AITA for not changing our wedding rule for my future sister-in-law. I am not OOP. OOP is Youth Wide Opportunity 5989. She posted in r, am I the asshole? Please remember the no brigading rule. Fun fact to cover up spoilers. Tingling Oxbow requested the hummingbird moth. Hummingbird moths look very similar to their avian counterparts, and are only at 12 inches smaller. They are able to hover while collecting nectar because their tails open as a fan. Unlike hummingbirds, they are not drawn to the color red. Mood spoiler. Sister for the win. Light reading. Less than. Original post. January 30th, 2023. My fiancé, 36M, and I, 34F, are getting married in 3 weeks, and for the most part, planning has been simple and easy. We're having a smallish wedding in a local hotel with 50 guests. Everything is being held on site. The ceremony, the dinner and the reception are all taking place in the one hotel. My fiancé and I decided early on that we wanted the reception to be child-free. Children are welcome at the ceremony and the early dinner we're having, but not for the party. Afterwards, I, myself, have a 10-year-old son who will be there for the ceremony and meal but not the reception. The issue is with my fiancé's sister, Lisa, 38F. She has a daughter, Chloe, 11F, and has started insisting that Chloe be at the reception. Lisa is the only girl in a family of 5 children, and due to this, she has rarely been told no, even into adulthood. My fiancé and I have been firm on the stance that no children would be allowed in the reception, and she is fully aware of the on-site childcare. We have booked a separate room in the hotel especially for this purpose. However, she is adamant that Chloe stay with her. If it was just me and my fiancé, it wouldn't be too much of a big deal. We can handle her. However, she has begun hounding my future mother-in-law, whom I get on with really well, and has even begun messaging my mother on Facebook to try and get them to convince the two of us to let Chloe be at the reception. This is not okay with me or with my fiancé. Neither one of our mothers are in the best of health, and they don't need the stress. She either doesn't realize or doesn't care that if we allow her daughter to attend the reception, we have to allow all the children to attend, and we wanted to allow the parents to have a fun time in the evening. Even my son isn't going to be at the reception. We don't see them often. However, last Sunday, we were all at my future in-laws for lunch, and so the kids could see each other, and she decided to bring it up. She decided it would be a good idea to try and corner me in the kitchen, to try and change my mind. Once again, I reiterated that there would be no children at the reception, and well, this didn't go down well. I swear, she was close to throwing a grown-up tantrum. I've never seen anything like it before. I just told her that the little ones in the other room were better behaved than she was, and to grow the hell up, and walked around her back to the others. Her tantrum didn't stop. After this scene, my future mother-in-law asked if we would be willing to bend the rules we have for the reception for Lisa, but the two of us were still firm on that no. Usually, I would just stick it out and not care, and if she hadn't started getting other family members involved, but now that she has, it's beginning to stress me out. I don't think that we're being unreasonable with our request for no children at the reception, but I don't know if I can handle this for another 3 weeks. AITA for sticking to our child-free reception rule? Relevant comments. More about why she wants it child-free but has childcare. I was also a single mom who had to miss a couple of weddings because of no child rules and not being able to find or afford childcare. My fiancé isn't my son's dad. It sucks, but it's understandable. That's why we arranged for on-site childcare, so parents and family who don't get to see each other often can catch up without having to keep one eye on a child all the time. I won't be giving in. Same rules for all children. We made the decision for on-site childcare because a lot of our guests, including family coming from all over the country, have young children and we want them to share our day. It's what made the most sense to us and it fit within our budget. All of the children will be causing chaos together and not at our reception. She's definitely going to cause issues over the next few weeks. I am completely expecting the incidents to ramp up over the next couple of weeks. Thankfully, I have my older sister coming in to help with last-minute prep. She's a 4'11" primary school teacher with 3 kids of her own, so she's perfectly capable of putting her in her place. Oop is voted NTA. Update post. March 1st, 2023. A month later. Firstly, I want to thank everyone for their insights and advice, and I've had a couple of requests for an update. So here it is. We got married last Saturday and everything went perfectly. Everyone and everything was where it was supposed to be, when it was supposed to be, and if there were any issues, I didn't hear about it. My older sister arrived a week and a half before the wedding and she's like a miniature tornado. When she gets going, she firmly told me not to worry about Lisa and that she would deal with her. I had no doubt about that. Lisa brought up Chloe coming to the reception once again the day after I posted, and my husband. I love seeing that. And I told her that if she tried to bring Chloe in, the both of them would be removed. We didn't hear anything more from Lisa following that instance. A few people wondered what Chloe thought about it, and she told us that she thinks adults are boring, and she'd rather spend time with her cousins and other kids. So there's that. When my older brothers turned up a few days before the wedding, all of them were laughing about how my sister was doing her guard dog routine with Lisa and wasn't letting her anywhere near either of us or our mothers. My sister is tiny, 4'11", and petite, but a powerhouse behind it. It turned out that my sister was the one keeping her at bay, and you can bet she got a very large bottle of wine in thanks. For my husband and I, the day was as close to perfect as it could get. We only found out 2 days later that Lisa had tried to sneak Chloe into the reception and had been intercepted by all of my siblings. I have 6. Well before reaching the hall, and had been told that she could either send Chloe upstairs with the other kids or they could both leaving the event completely, knowing it would make her look bad and she'd never hear the end of it from her family. Lisa sent Chloe upstairs and has been sulking since. There have been a few passive-aggressive Facebook posts which no one seems to care about, but that's about it. So, no epic temper tantrum. No forceful removals of irate sisters. Just some words from my terrifying sister, and that was that. Everyone had a good time, and when we went to check on them later, all the kids were passed out in positions that gave me aches and pains just from looking at them. So we know they had fun. I want to thank everyone again for their insight. It was very helpful and set me at ease that we wasn't in the wrong for sticking with our rule. Even the kid didn't want to be there. That kind of hounding and obsessiveness is so bizarre. This ended a lot better than I thought it would. I'm glad Oop has such a great family. Why on earth would she want her preteen daughter at an adults-only reception when her own kid doesn't even want to go? All of Chloe's siblings and cousins will be having fun away from their parents, and she'd be stuck with boring adults all catching up with each other. I would have hated that. Even Chloe, a literal child, is more mature and well-behaved than her own mother, an adult toddler. Fully expected her to try to sneak Chloe in and was not disappointed. Nice work for the other siblings to run interference so that Oop didn't even notice the drama. Kind of reminds me of the Indian wedding where the sister was in charge of keeping FMIL from creating a scene. Even the niece got to help lol. I just want to say, I thought Oop was going to suggest that Lisa go stay with the kids, because she's acting like a spoiled, petulant child. It's great that no one was taking her entitlement and it all ended well. Literally providing free childcare, and this woman still wanted to force her own daughter to come, against her will, to somewhere she wasn't wanted or allowed. Honestly, she just wanted to use her daughter for attention, because nobody else's kid would have been there, so for her it would have been a great opportunity to make everyone think she is getting special treatment. Even thought her own daughter didn't want anything to do with her craziness. Seriously, it's sad a gown woman want attention that bad. And her own daughter realize it too. Poor Chloe. She's got a long, difficult road ahead with that woman for a mother. So, Lisa seems to have some issues with enmeshment. Dude, I can only imagine the fun my cousins, me the oldest with the youngest being exactly 10 years younger than me, would have had at a thing like that. All 12 of us kids would have had the time of our lives. No dress clothes. Probably some good snacks. Babysitters that are there to do stuff with us. Maybe even a hotel pool. That would have been the best wedding ever, lol. Even after all that, Sil still tries to sneak her kid in. The entitlement is just jaw-dropping. This is why you need to tell children no from a young age. It teaches them how to deal with disappointment. The worst part is that the child wouldn't have had a good time at a child-free party. She'd have to be on her best behavior the whole time while bored out of her wits, and act like she's having a good time so her mom doesn't get pissed at her. The mom sounds like one of those awful parents who uses their children as living trophies. Since the kid didn't even want to be there, my bet the only reason Lisa wanted to bring her is out of spite. Because she was said, no. There is a whole lot of mentality, you said I can't do it? You can't tell me what to do. I'll show you I can, which looks cool in action movies, but annoying as hell in real life. I can't get past the thought in this situation both my wife and I would have turned around long before a month out from the wedding and uninvited Lisa. The fact they had childcare literally upstairs was awesome. I would have been like, if you can't bear to be away from your child, then you can sit upstairs with the kids and entertain them. There's a very simple solution for being invited to a child-free wedding and not wanting to leave your child elsewhere. You decline the invitation and wish the couple well. Easy peasy. I sort of love the suggestion that Lisa should have stayed with the other children as a child herself, but honestly the other kids don't deserve to have their fun parent-free time spoiled by such an entitled brat. I suspect this stunt wasn't about her daughter at all, but about her no longer being the only girl, as her family was gaining a daughter-in-law. She wanted to assert her place as special by insisting on being an exception, and she was mad that it didn't work. I also think this will not be the last of her sucky behavior as she continues to try to find ways to undermine, compete with Oop. So I wouldn't be surprised if there were an update at some point. The mood spoiler was confusing until the sister arrived. I thought the Sil had won and kept expecting some sort of reason for why Oop was actually the AITA pop up randomly.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic AITA is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.